Right, so we can start from like the, I mean, what Canvas is, I guess. So Canvas is basically a way for teachers to manage kind of their students, give them assignments, grade their assignments, things like that. So what we have done is kind of integrate uh, our capabilities, Quiz's capabilities into Canvas and kind of allow them to, like, so if a student plays a game on Quizzes, that automatically sends their grade to Canvas with, whatever percentage of questions they got correct in Quizzes or whatever. So it's kind of like, they just make it easier for the teachers to integrate Quizzes into their workflow. So starting off, like, since this is like a school and district only integration, it starts off with like the first step where the organization is created, which I think Manoj is handling right now. So once that is done, I think Manoj, this step would be for you. We will make this into the product itself, but right now it's like a manual step on the admin dashboard where you have to get some details from the school admin, and you have to. So, can you see this?
Yep, yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I see the update canvas button.
Yeah. So like basically, hold on, I'll show you what details we need. So
Yeah.
this is like the admin thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so there's this developer keys thing, which like you would have to kind of be in contact with their school admin, like the person who handles this thing,
Okay.
and you would need these details. So basically, they would create a key for us. So they'd create a new key for us, or maybe they'll just give us something that they already have.
Okay.
And so like these are the details which like map here. So the client ID is this number, right?
Understood.
So
Okay.
this thing. Then the client secret would be so when you click the show key button, it gives you like a huge string, huge text.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the next thing. And then at the end is the hosted URL. This is basically the website that that particular school is using to access Canvas. So they have the option of using like Instructure, which is the like the owner of Canvas, the creators of Canvas.
Mm-hmm.
They can either use this, or schools have the option to kind of have their own like version of it. So it would be hosted at like highschool.canvas.com or something like that.
Understood. Okay.
So like you can just ask them like what where it is hosted if it's the admin, or you can ask the teacher like what URL they use to get there, and you can just paste that here.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is the organization ID, the paid organization ID.
Paid organization ID.
Yeah.
This will be again available on the Canvas admin portal.
So this thing is quizzes specific. This is the, so when you create a paid organization, right? When you add the
Correct.
admin, the
Correct.
ID that's used there, this is that.
Understood. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So then you would just update LMS details. It will do that for you, and it will set these values for their organization.
Understood. Okay.
Okay. So after that, now comes like, so back to, so this is like a teacher account.
Uh-huh.
One second. Right. So the admin of the org would have to add this teacher to their organization as well, otherwise it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do that, I invite this teacher to my organization and I refresh. So they're part of the org now. So at this point, what they need to do, so for teachers, especially for teachers, they need to have a pre-existing account, right?
Okay.
So they need to have an account. They need to be part of the organization. Okay.
Okay.
After that, they would go to their classes thing. This is kind of where we handle both Google Classroom and Canvas. So they would click this Canvas button here, and it will redirect them to their own version of Canvas, wherever it was hosted, right?
All
And
right.
then there they would log in like they normally would do. So
Understood.
they would know their details. They would log in, and they would authorize quizzes to use their account.
Okay.
So this is kind of the similar flow which you see when you try to log in as Google, right? So
Correct.
Google asks for permissions. So this is the same thing, but for Canvas.
So quick question here. Say they
Yeah.
are already integrated with Google Classroom. In that case, where will the Canvas button be?
It's the same place. So, okay, I'll show you what happens once you get to the next page, right, where your
Correct.
classes show up. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll show that in a second.
Okay. Perfect.
So here you authorize it and you move to, you come back to this page, but now you have your Canvas linked. So when you kind of click Canvas, they would have some courses in Canvas itself. So let's go here. So inside Canvas, teachers have courses. So these are like classes where teachers and students are like part of the same thing, and teachers can assign basically create an assignment and give it to the students, and students would like use it from inside Canvas. And if it was like a manual assignment, they would submit it manually, I'm guessing. But for
Okay.
quizzes, we have like an integration which handles that. So this teacher, the one I'm logged in as right now, they have two courses, just course 2 and 3.
Okay.
So that is why when you click this here, it will show these two courses, and they can choose which ones they want to import into quizzes.
Understood. Okay.
So you click this, and then it will move to this. So this is that screen where, like, if you already have some quizzes classes, they would show up here, classroom as well. So this is where the Canvas button would be in that case, like you asked before.
Okay. Perfect.
Right?
All right.
So at this point, the teacher has imported the kind of course into quizzes, so now it's like linked in that sense. Now comes the part where like students have to come into the picture.
Correct.
So when you import a course, it sends an announcement onto Canvas itself. So one second, I think I need to accept these. So let's go for this. Right. So in Canvas itself, an announcement has been made asking students to join the quizzes class. So there's a distinction here where quizzes has their own version of classes, right? Which can also not be linked to LMS like Google Classroom or Canvas. So what we actually do is we create a quizzes class, which is then also linked to the course. So we need to actually make the students join this quizzes class, which is why this announcement goes out.
Okay.
This might be a little confusing. If there are any questions,
Under one doubt.
yeah.
Like for Google Classroom, even if the student does not accept the invite, they get the quiz join link, right? Does that happen here?
Yeah, same thing. So in assignments, when the assignment gets created, they would see the joining link.
Okay.
Like I'll assign.
Even if they haven't invited, means even if they haven't accepted the class invite link.
Yeah. So this is inside Canvas, right? So as long as they're part of that course inside Canvas, they can go to the assignments and see that link with which they can join the game.
Okay. Cool.
So, I mean, like, there's a lot of context here which Shamil would be used to from Google Classroom. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I can explain like the system if in detail if needed. So, right. So, if you go to the announcements, so okay, I'll log into a student account here. So this is from the perspective of the student. So they would like join that class. And they would see this announcement here, which says, join my quizzes class. So they would just click this link. And the same flow as for the teachers, they would authorize it. And then they would actually be redirected to sign up, the sign up flow. So here, this is needed because we can't directly support login with Canvas. So we need them to set their own passwords so that they can log in manually if they want to. So they would just go through this and like set a password of their own, do the whatever sign up flow stuff there is, and then they would be redirected back to the game site where they can accept the invite to the class. Right. So this is done. So now for the student, like this is what they have to do to join the class. So after if you test course 3 and check here, now this shows the student has accepted the email. So like the linking part has happened on both ends. The teacher has a class connected, and the student has joined that class. So at this point, the teacher would like just assign any quiz they want. So here they would just come here and assign to class and pick that course, and then just click assign. It would be sent to Canvas. So now at this point, what happens is, if the student is actually online on quizzes, they would get a notification like this. You've been invited to play this game, or they can go into Canvas itself, which is probably going to be their main source, and check the assignments. So they actually get an announcement over there as well. So this is like kind of Canvas specific. So they would see this as an. So if they have an existing, I'm reading from the chat that Manoj has asked. So if they have an existing account and that account does not have the same email as their Canvas account, they will have to create a new account for students. Yeah. So they would see this like an upcoming assignment here. They would go into this and kind of join through just by clicking the web link. They would have this kind of thing again. And they would be able to join the game. So at this point, like this is just our product kind of takes over here. So they would go through like a few questions, if they complete the game and they do that. And I'll show you what happens here. So either when they complete the game or when they like kind of complete their attempt by trying to quit it, right? So when they click the start over button, it discards the previous attempt that they just did. So this would actually send the score that they just had to Canvas. So when I look here in assignments, so one submission has been made, which is what that students did, and they have this screen creator thing, which so it gives like a automatically. So I didn't get any questions corrected, so I got a 0 out of 1. So this actually what happens here is the best score that the student has gets written over here. So if they make another attempt and they get a higher score, that will actually overwrite the 0. So I can get an answer correct here. Great. Math quiz. I'm not gonna get anything correct here, but so basically, yeah, okay. So this will overwrite, and also we have given them a place where they can check all attempts of students. So it's actually going directly to quiz.com because of like a technical constraint. But if they check like this, they would see all the attempts that student has made over here. So they can like check, what that kid did. So, and then if they end the game, it would like automatically send all the attempts here as well. So it would get graded, whatever the students have been doing. That is like a summary of the flow. I mean, it was kind of rushed. So just let me know if you guys have, questions, specific questions. There's like a lot of context that's missing here because of how our LMS integrations work. Like Google Classroom already did these things. So yeah.
So when it comes to Google Classroom, is it very similar to how Google Classroom works, or is there any difference between the two?
So terminology mainly is different. So I think Google Classroom has classes, it has courses, there's like those kind of small things.
Okay.
But I think the major difference would be actually in this submission thing. So Google Classroom actually allows for students to have multiple submissions for the same assignment,
Correct.
but Canvas does not do that. So that's why we opted to give the highest grade that they have, and then also give them a place where they can check all of the attempts on our on quizzes. So that way they can like look through all the submissions like on our website.
Got
This
it.
actually, if you click here, this actually opens it inside here itself. So you can just
Okay.
check it right here. So any questions?
Can you show the student side of Canvas after the submission is done?
Yeah. So it's pretty slow, but so I guess I've actually never looked at the student side of it. So I mean, this allows them to. This is their grade. They can resubmit, I guess, add a comment, whatever. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to see here? Like this is the grade that they
No,
got.
so in Google Classroom, they have much more functionality with how our system works, but here they don't have it.
You got. Could you
So,
repeat the last part?
like Google Classroom let the student to make a manual submission, which sometimes automatic.
So I think
in
this is
grading.
what you can also do. Like I click that resubmit, right? So I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
but I think this is like a different kind of thing. I guess Canvas doesn't allow. Uh, I mean, what would the student? What does Google Classroom allow for the student to give at this year? Is it like a
So
URL?
no, so they can actually submit their quiz before we actually submit their score. If they do that,
Okay.
then our scores won't be updated.
Oh, I don't think that functionality is there in Canvas. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
like a lot of. So we tried to keep it as similar as possible in terms of our product, like what quizzes, what the students and the teachers have to do when they go through the game flow. But the Canvas specific stuff, like they have to deal with because that is, I mean, they're dealing with Canvas anyway, right? So they would have actually a better idea of what.
Cool.
Also, does it also have the same limitations as Google Classroom, where if a student joins the game through the quiz card, the score doesn't get updated in the classroom?
I don't. Is that a limitation? I mean, I don't think that's.
No, so what? So does it does when a quiz is assigned, does the student see a quiz card?
Yes, recent activity.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Then it might be. So then there might be a chance that it might affect the grading, right? Because in Google Classroom this doesn't work.
That might be a. Is that like a known limitation?
Yeah, but it's just that we ask so we expect the students to join via the classroom stream. So even though we know this limitation, we didn't do anything about it just because of the fact that we are expecting everyone to start and end with Google Classroom itself.
I mean, as far as I know right now, if I click this recent activity link, like from the card, it would submit the grades into Canvas.
Really? Oh, then it's a
If it doesn't, then it's a bug.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So anything else? So I mean, like. like you can have both Google Classroom. So there's like limitations in terms of which classes they can assign to. So like they can't mix and match Google Classroom and Canvas at the same time. They can only assign to Canvas or only assign to Google. I think that's the similar limitation that we have with our own classes versus Google, right? So the same thing carries over here. So they can only assign to one type of LMS at one time.
All right. So also, does it also follow the same flow for adding a student, removing a student?
Yeah, so like they would have like a student added to their course on Canvas itself, and they would come back here, import the course again, and the student would show up here.
Cool. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So is there anything else, like somebody from the sales part, because this might be a lot of information for you guys, if there was anything that I could clear up. I'll take that as
No, I think we'll pick it up as we go. I don't think we would get any of these questions that are directed towards us, but if there is something, I think we'll reach out to you.
Okay.
Or to someone.
Yeah. So if there's anything related to Canvas, you can just reach out to me. I'll
Just a quick question, guys.
The classes, is it the same as 200?
Could you repeat that?
So the student limits in a particular class in Google Classroom is 200, right? Is it the same?
I don't think there's a limit on Canvas right now. I'll verify once and I'll send you a message once I've seen it, but I don't think there's a limit, so it wouldn't actually stop at 200.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just a quick question from my side.
Yeah.
Like with integration, is it something that we provide support ongoing, or is just one time at the beginning?
Support for what?
Like getting them integrated into both ways, quizzes and classrooms.
So I mean,
Google Classroom and quizzes and
the place where the initial onboarding flow would have like to do with
that Manoj part.
The Manoj part, right? Yeah. So like he puts in the PayDoc ID and gets that data, and then in the admin dashboard. After that, the flow actually follows the same as Google Classroom. So users would ideally like do it on their own. It's kind of self